I just think, and you know way better than me,
Yeah.
but like, it just feels like people are jealous of this new little wave of
They are, but I
rookies.
just hate that because, like, this is what we've always wanted as a league. So, like, who cares who gets the credit? And if you're smart, you're making money off of them.
Yeah.
Like, you are literally making money from the viewership.
And why bully the person who is, like, not 100% responsible, but, like, has a huge role in growing your sport?
Dude, and it literally, like, pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What? There's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as.
I just think you know way better than me, but like it just feels like people are jealous of this new little wave of they are. But I just hate that cause like this is what we've always wanted as a league. So like who cares who gets the credit? And if you're smart, you're making money off of them. Yeah. Like you are literally making money from the viewership. What? Why bully the person who is like not 100% responsible but like has a huge role in growing your sport, dude? And it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league. Who would be? What? The silence was deafening. The bullying had gone unchecked. And for far too long, no one in the WNBA had the guts or the platform to call it what it is, targeted harassment. That is until Sophie Cunningham stepped up and finally said what fans have been screaming into the void for months. Enough is enough. If you agree with Sophie, then comment protect Caitlin Clark. Let's go. No, there's really good well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league. Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as, they _ I, yeah. You're literally dumb as the noise has reached a fever pitch. The tension is boiling over. And now the conversation that once lived in angry comment sections and heated group chats is being shouted out loud by someone on the inside. Sophie Cunningham hasn't just seen what Caitlin Clark is enduring. She's felt it. And she's no longer standing by while the league's biggest star gets abused, disrespected, and sabotaged by opponents and refs who should be protecting, not punishing, the face of the sport. One of the biggest stars the WNBA's ever who's that had. Her name Rams Schmaitlin. A Heartland. Yeah. What has that been like seeing her not only kind of transform a league, but also just be like not even just the league, but like women's basketball as a whole around the world? No, I think it's awesome. I think it's so funny cause she's like 22, 23 years old and the whole world is watching her. Yeah. And then came a moment that WNBA fans won't soon forget. Cunningham didn't just offer vague support. She put herself out there in a way no other active player has dared. She took a swing, not just on the court, but at the entire system. The league that has profited from Caitlin Clark's success was now being dragged into the spotlight for failing to protect her. And Sophie was the one holding the flashlight. You have seen players in our league try to toughen up. Caitlin, we call her CCCC for even when I wasn't on her team. I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of no, we're gonna prove her. We're going to show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And I get it to a certain extent and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat him. But there's just more for her. What Sophie revealed is chilling. Not even having a battle-tested veteran protector might be enough to shield Clark from the forces aligned against her. Cunningham has seen this treatment up close. This isn't about rookie hazing or welcome to the league bumps. This is sustained, coordinated, and malicious. She's been there. She's played through it. And now she's finally calling it out. Cunningham laid it bare. She knows exactly what's going on because she was part of it before. Back with the Phoenix Mercury, she was in the rooms, in the huddles, and part of the game plans. And yes, those game plans included roughing up Caitlin Clark and teaching her what the W is really about. These weren't random hits. These were premeditated. So, it's her second year and like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like actually it's just too much. Too much. And like yo, it's just I'm over and if I'm saying it's too much. And yet what she's seeing now from the other side is even worse. As Cunningham put it, every rookie gets tested. But this is something else entirely. Now that she's wearing the same jersey as Caitlin, she's seeing the vendetta from a whole new angle. What are people doing? She asked. It's just too much. And she's right. It is. There's no player ever that's gotten this type of treatment coming into the league. LeBron will probably be the closest person that got this type of treatment. And that's only because he big as A__A, and he used to come to the lane. And the only way you could stop him is to pull him down. But even when they used to pull his ass down, they did not try to hurt him. A lot of time they would just grab LeBron and just stop him from falling. It wasn't malicious with this, A__A, and it's so sad that you're just turning a blind eye. You're just like, oh, it's not bullying. She's not getting targeted. She deserves it 'cause she talks trash. Oh my god. The numbers don't lie. Caitlin Clark has been on the receiving end of more physical punishment than any player in the league. In her rookie year alone, she was the target of 20% of the league's flagrant fouls. Yes, 1 out of every 5 flagrant calls was on her. She's missed games due to 3 separate injuries, 2 groin issues, and a quad strain. That's not a coincidence. That's a campaign. All the sports anchors, they're all haters, too. That's crazy. They're definitely not analysts. They don't know A__I about basketball. Rick, what the A__I are you talking about? I never seen so much hate on a new athlete since I've been living. Since my 43 years of living, I've never seen so much hate towards an athlete. He says, oh, she's not getting bullied. This is normal physicality. If you're going to be talking, A__I, putting it in my face and saying, yeah, what up? What up? What up? Then you're going to have that, A__I, coming for you. Somebody going to bust you in the mouth for knocking the shot down and talking, A__I, about it. But what's even more concerning is how these incidents have escalated, just as Cunningham has warned. From Kennedy Carter's cheap shot that somehow got called a common foul to Alyssa Thomas' shoulder assault that magically escaped a flagrant to Marina Maber's shove that sent Clark sprawling. The message from the officials has been loud and clear. We're not calling anything. Sophie Cunningham isn't just speculating. She's been in the league 6 years. She's played against Clark. She's now playing beside her. And she knows what's fair and what's foul. No, look what we all been witnessing right before our eyes about our precious Cease. My precious Cease Caitlin Clark for the ones who didn't know. So basically, she was saying that when they was preparing when she was on the other team before she came to the Indiana Fever, we talking about Sophie Cunningham. She was basically saying that the Phoenix Mercury players were basically game planning and saying that they was going to assault her. And then came the moment that turned Sophie Cunningham into a legend on her podcast, Show Me Something. She didn't hold back. In fact, she blew the lid off the entire anti-Clark agenda. It literally pisses me off when people say she's not the face of the league, she snapped. But it wasn't just talk. Sophie backed it up on the court when she sent a hard foul into Sheldon that sparked a full-on melee. It wasn't just retaliation. It was a message to every hater in the WNBA. If you mess with Caitlin, you deal with me. And the first half, the rest didn't call. Someone should have been thrown out. And the rest did not call it. Correct. I remember that. They didn't. And so I was like, all right. She got full body chest by 3 people. Like 2 people they're like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, if that was anyone else, I would have been booted out of the game. I know that for sure. I'm a little sassy, but like so are they. Your leash is shorter, though, 'cause I don't even have a leash. I just have a freaking collar and a hand on it. Anyway, so there was like 45 seconds left. And the girls stole the ball and I was running back and I was like, we're up. I don't need to foul. And I was like, just let her go. And I was like, all right, like who cares? Last second intrusive thoughts. I was like, fuck. And guess what? Fans loved it. Within 2 days, her TikTok exploded by 600,000 followers. Her jersey gone, sold out. Sophie didn't just gain fans, she became a movement. People weren't just cheering for her, they were calling her what the league desperately needed, the enforcer. And they put their money where their mouth was, buying up every last piece of Cunningham merch until retailers had to slap a sold-out sign on it. I went from, I think, like followers. Yeah. 350,000 and like maybe 200,000 on TikTok. You had 200,000 on TikTok a month ago. No. I know. Before the fight. And then I had like 350 on 100,000 on Instagram over the night or over like a day and a half over 1 million on both. Insane. This is coming from me though, dude. I got tired of seeing myself. I get it. And I love myself. I get it. I love myself. I was over it. Sophie Cunningham didn't just stop at players. She's also gone straight at the referees. She's had enough of their failure to do the bare minimum. Protect Caitlin Clark. And her most iconic jab, simple TikTok. In typical WNBA fashion, the league didn't like the criticism. Their response, slap Sophie with a $500 fine. Her reaction priceless. I got fined $500 for this TikTok. I don't know why. This is funny to me, she said sarcastically. Like, okay, you got it, bud, 'cause there's not more important things to be worried about with our league right now. That right there is a MIC drop.